They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Fields on first down. And Davis with it left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Chargers at 7 and 1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The first drive here, and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
It'll go down as a gain of of 6, and that'll make it second down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Second down at 4. To the air again, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Fields. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. For you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys.
And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they work this out past the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me and my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
To throw again on second down. Fields. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Fields now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Herbert on first down now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, there in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So we have reached halftime. What a weird one. A safety is all we have through 2 quarters. 2-0 the score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out. As he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, He's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. A good pickup there of 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10 up the middle with Ekeler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. the gun. He'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
Touchdown! A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Eckler now between the tackles. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and a couple, Fields completes it to Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Back to throw, Fields. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dive? Run the football. You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball pound free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Chargers, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the bike and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter.